Joining me now is Peter O'Brien, our very own technology editor. Peter, can you tell us a little bit more about the NSO group, which actually developed and sells this spyware?
Yeah, so it's far from the only private company which sells commercial spyware in this manner, but it's fair to say now that it's the most infamous. So they have a headquarters near Tel Aviv, and they've been operating since 2010, but they really started to come into the headlines in 2016 when they were accused of helping to spy on a dissident in the UAE. Now, these latest revelations show their Pegasus software, which is their flagship software, appears to being misused on a vast scale. So NSO clients, as you say, have been linked to a list of more than 50,000 phone numbers. This includes activists, journalists, business executives, politicians. Of course, NSO is denying all allegations that it's been facilitating human rights abuses. It says it only sells its technology to governments which have been approved by Israel. And this is for the express purpose, they say, of helping stop terrorism and criminality.
So how does Pegasus get into your phone, and what does it do once it's actually in your phone?
Right, so it's an incredibly powerful bit of malware because it can slip in so easily, and once it's there, it can do pretty much anything. So an older iteration actually relied on something called spear phishing, which is where you receive a text message or an email. It's got a malicious link. You inadvertently click the link and it installs this software. Now, though, it's able to reach phones using something called a zero-click attack, which is as scary as it sounds. It means it can exploit a vulnerability in one of the apps on your phone without any interaction from yourself. So we don't know all the examples of how it might use this, but one has been WhatsApp. Pegasus has been known to infect a phone via a WhatsApp call, and you don't even have to pick up the call for it to infect your phone. App developers are obviously constantly trying to patch these vulnerabilities, but they're always playing catch up. And where these attacks don't succeed, you can, of course, install Pegasus wirelessly if you're near the target, or even steal a mobile phone and install it that way as well. Once it's there, it has root access to your phone. That means it can do pretty much anything. It can read your messages, it can read your emails, it can look at all the photos, videos, and other media on your device. It can access your contacts. It knows where you are because of GPS, and probably the scariest for me is the fact that it can listen to your microphone and it can turn on your camera without you knowing. Not only that, it can read the keys you're typing, so it can read your keystrokes and will know every password you're typing into your phone.
It is absolutely frightening, but this is a story which is very close to home because it turns out that at France 24, at least one of our staff members were on the list of those leaked numbers. Yeah. How can you tell if your phone has indeed been infected?
Well, the bad news is that it's next to impossible to detect by yourself, and even with a team of cybersecurity experts, it's going to be very difficult. Your phone doesn't display any symptoms as if it were sick. It doesn't slow down or show any sort of sign that Pegasus is there. And researchers actually believe the latest version of Pegasus might exist in your phone's temporary memory. So it's RAM rather than its hard drive. So if you go sniffing around in its files trying to find the malware, you're not going to find it there because it's on a temporary file. If it's uninstalled, it won't leave any trace behind it. It's quite unclear at the moment what methods the Pegasus project team have been using to figure out which mobile numbers on the list have been linked to to verify that they've got Pegasus on them. They must be using careful monitoring of data being sent from the phone via the internet. At this point, if you want to get rid of it, want to get sure you don't have Pegasus, the only way to do so is get rid of your phone and change your mobile number. According to Citizen Lab, even a factory data reset of your phone does not remove it.
Unbelievable. And even then, if you get a new number, you stand at risk of, again, attracting the attention of people who use that malware. Thank you so much, Peter O'Brien, for that.